Mom Training Podcast with Diana Ballard.
Hey, it's Diana. I was scared to become a mom. I was self-employed, traveled around the world, and I was afraid I'd lose myself, my ambition, be restricted, and be a hot mess. I started interviewing hundreds of moms to figure out what skill sets and mindsets I needed to keep my future family a priority and have the time, energy, and resources to achieve my own goals and hobbies. Each week we discuss how to run a successful household and enjoy your roles as mom, spouse, housewife, and individual. Come learn how to create the life you want while having a family. I'm glad you're here. Hey mama, how you doing? You brushing that dirt off your shoulders and getting up and getting going? I sure hope so. I first want to say that if you are hurting and struggling, that I care about that and I care about you. But I also know from my own personal experience and watching others around me that we cannot sit in these emotions of struggling and feeling down and feeling like we don't have any control over a situation. The best way for us to pick ourselves back up is to look at the situation and be proactive in making the moment better. So we're going to talk about a quarantine routine and how to organize your time. I currently am in the first couple days of a new routine that I created that is solidified, meaning I've been testing things out, and have been able to, in the weeks that I've been home, figure out, okay, these are the needs. This is where I need more time. This is how I can cover this base already. And I'll tell you what, Monday was the first day, and I already found holes in it. I already, switched a couple things around with my husband and said, I just realized this would be better if I did it this night. Can we switch? Is it possible for us to, move this around a little bit? But I have created a structure that I now can work in this quarantine time. So when this all happened, I'm sure you had some type of schedule and a routine and places you went, things you did. Now it has all been disrupted. And we can be spinning around in circles, not knowing what to do next, how to control our environment, and things could be chaotic at this time. But today, we're going to change something. Today, we're going to take the situation that we have and create a structure. If you're not a structure person, if you don't thrive off of routine and structure, you might thrive off it a little bit more when you're in your own home and you're having to manage all these people, you and your kids and your husband and yourself. So we're going to dive into just a couple tips, not to overwhelm you, just a couple things that you can work on this week and the upcoming weeks, depending on how long you might be quarantined in your house with your family right now or what's going on. These are some tips that can help you create a structure and routine where you're at right now. So the first step in you having a successful routine is you need to be able to emotionally, mentally, and physically handle running a routine. When you're worn out, when you're stressed, when you're exhausted, it's really hard to manage a household because it's work. It takes a lot of brain power and a little more energy than maybe you might be used to right now, especially with everybody home. So the first tip that we're going to focus on is how can I get the self-care that I need to be able to then manage my household in a more structural manner. So for me, that was creating my bedtime routine and a bedtime. Am I going to be perfect at keeping it every night? No, but I'm definitely going to shoot for it. I mean, these last couple weeks, I have gone to bed pretty late because there's not an exact time I have to be anywhere or do anything. But I realize I have to control what I do have. I have to control my time and utilize this time no matter what is happening around me. So create a bedtime for yourself and shoot for that bedtime. And then from there, you start to build things. So, if the bedtime is 10, which is my bedtime, then what can I do to prepare so that I hit that bedtime? And you work backwards. So, meaning I'm going to make sure that I've kept up on the dishes in the day so that they're not piled up for nighttime. I'm getting ready for bed at 6:45, washing my face, brushing, flossing my teeth, getting in my pajamas. You're like, that's freaking early. What if someone comes over? Oh, well. If someone stops by, well, they're not stopping by right now in quarantine, but even after, I'm going to focus on making sure my self-care stuff is taken care of early, and then being able to wind down. I'm done with everything that I'm working on, cleaning, whatever, at 9:30, making a cup of chamomile tea, chilling a little bit, talking to my husband, maybe writing in my journal, but I've put work stuff away. I am definitely not on social media. Oh, that's the worst thing I could do for myself because, you read one thing and it gets your mind going. You're not going to be able to go to sleep. So for me, social media is gone. I don't even touch my phone after 7 p.m. And so this week I've gotten really serious because I have a lot of goals that I want to accomplish, even during this struggle, even during this time of so many unknowns. What do you want to get done? What do you want to have to show from this time? Now, I had some feedback from a mom saying that my expectations for us moms were too high. I want you to know something right now. I do have high expectations for you because I do believe that you can achieve them. I do believe that you can make the best of this situation, that you can raise up your kids right now to not have bad coping skills, to not fear money, to not be stressed and be sad, that we can take this time and make it something beautiful, that we can take this time and have it transform our family into something great. So yes, my expectations for you are high because I believe in you and I believe that you can get up and you can build something great from this moment with your family. So what is going to be your bedtime? And what is going to be your self-care routine to be able to make sure that you get to bed? I'd recommend not doing media at all. If you're wanting to go to sleep, maybe you fall asleep with the TV on. Maybe that's your thing. I can't do that one bit. My brain just gets going and going. So notice what is preventing you from going to sleep on time and getting the rest that you need, because the rest, the sleep, is going to be your key to achieving anything in your life. If you're tired, you're not able to think straight. If you're tired, you're not going to be able to move fast to get your stuff done. If you're tired, you're not going to respond well to your family and be able to manage your household. So your first step is creating a bedtime and backtracking of how you're going to hit that bedtime. Now you take that same structure of backtracking and you start to create the rest of your day. So I need the dishes done before this time so that I don't have to do them in the evening. Okay, check. Okay, that's going to be in the afternoon is when I'm, keeping up on the dishes, keeping up after every meal if possible. But afternoon time is when I'm going to focus on dishes. Great. Okay, so that time is when it's going to be my kids' playtime. And then, you backtrack again. Okay, well, after lunch, then this will happen. And okay, then, between breakfast and lunch, maybe that's when the kids watch TV for a little bit. So I can either, work on something, get a workout in, take a nap, do some things like that. Start to backtrack. What do I need to do first to go to bed? And then to fulfill that need and that goal, and then fill in the cracks day by day. And because we're in quarantine right now, your days are going to be exactly the same if you want them to be. Or, I mean, you can switch it up. I mean, like, I go on a drive right now, Monday, Wednesday, Friday with my kids. And Tuesday, Thursday, we have other stuff that fills that spot. Playing or doing a puzzle or just chilling, going outside, whatever. You have the potential to create an awesome week for yourself. Plan a day of rest. My day of rest is Friday, where I just chill with my kids. There's no pressure. And I also have worked out with my husband that he helps with more cleaning that day so I can have a day of rest. And trust me, if you practice a day of rest, your husband will notice. He'll be like, dude, yeah, I totally agree and support you in having a day of rest because I can see the difference when you have a day of rest or not. Plan in a day of rest. Plan in 2. Right now, Friday is a complete day of rest. Sunday is like the family day, where I tried to prep as much food as possible so I don't have to cook as much that day. Things like that. Look at your schedule and try to figure out just a structure. Just think of a framework for your life right now. And it's going to be completely different than what it was before. And that's okay. You are adaptable and completely able to create a routine. If you don't know how to create a routine, oh my gosh, hit me up. I literally will help you create your routine, like no strings attached. Like I'll give you like 15 minutes of my time. I will literally help you break down in that short amount of time and help you create a routine. I'm just going to put that out right now. For any of the mom training listeners right now, if you contact me, I will give you 15 minutes to help you create a routine and to help you clear your head and be able to have time moving forward. So that's only for you guys that listen to the podcast. Seriously, I am passionate about you succeeding in this time. I am highly passionate, you guys, about your family thriving and you getting up during this time and it being something that moves you and changes you for the better. Stand up and look at your situation and create some structure. Because in structure, you will thrive. In structure, you will be able to have so much freedom and so much peace and so much joy. I can't even tell you how much routine and structure and organization in your time and in yourself. I'm not even talking about organizing your house, okay? This is organizing yourself and your time. You will be able to accomplish anything in the world that you want. You'll be able to, which could be having a good relationship with your husband, being able to have fun with your kids and enjoy the time with your little kids that are crawling all over every inch of your body. I had my 10-month-old, oh my gosh. I was trying to fix something, bending over, and he kept putting his hands down the back of my pants. I'm like, holy crap. There is no space right now. Do you think maybe you could learn to enjoy something like that? I mean, it wasn't horrible, but I mean, we could always get better, right? We can take ourselves and organize ourselves, give ourselves some structure, and make this time beautiful. I also want to let you know that if you're really serious about taking this time and making it something awesome, I'm excited to announce that I officially have launched my mom training coaching program. So at dianaballard.com, you can go check it out. It's going to be stinking awesome. Bi-weekly coaching, Q&As. I have PDFs and printables for you. A mom community. I totally launched it last night. And I'm so excited. So if you're serious and you want to check it out, you want to join me, you want to take your life to a whole nother level, then you definitely want to go and check out the mom training coaching program that I just put up. But jumping back into routine right now, I'm going to give you one more tip. Learn to be flexible, especially now. But don't be afraid to have the courage to stand up for your structure. Meaning, if you set up time that you are, it's mommy time where I'm going to go for a drive and go through a drive-through. If you're going to have mommy time and just go sit in the van and, do whatever you want, talk to a friend, like eat chocolate chips, whatever you want to do, hold tight to those things that you feel will make you feel better and also will help your family life and home life to be better right now. It takes courage and it takes strength to stick to a structure and to create one and to set boundaries. But I'll tell you what, the more you work on it, the more your family will be on board with you and the easier things will get. Again, I'll give you 15 minutes of my time. Swear, no strings attached, no nothing. Hit me up. I'd love to chat with you. Let's build a routine for yourself. I really care about you guys. I really do. And I believe that you can succeed, that you can get the training that you need and become the mom that you need to be for your family. Thanks for joining me today. Tune in next week. We'll focus on something else cool. And I hope you have a great week. Get that structure on, girl. You get that bedtime. You get that bedtime routine and you build it backwards. You fill in the cracks. You be flexible but have courage at the same time. I love you guys. Still praying for you guys. You got this. You got this. You got this. We'll see you next Tuesday on the Mom Training Podcast. Have you been on social media lately? You gotta go over to my page at Diana Ballard Live on Facebook and check out the funny videos that my family and I have started to make during this quarantine time. And come join the mama movement of Dancing Through Motherhood as we enjoy our kitchen and our time with our family during this hard time. See you there at Diana Ballard Live. Hit subscribe so you don't miss anything. You can hit me up on social media at Diana Ballard Live or on my website at dianaballard.com. See you next week.